Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Now somebody mentioned to me that there are other driving simulators out there. I said no, that can't be right. Turns out they are right, there's loads, and we're going to start having a look at them over the next couple of weeks. So today we're going to have a look at Automobilisa 2. Now I've had this title for a while and I've tried it and I was a bit there. But the GT3 content is now on AMS2. So we're going to have a look at that today. But before we start, if you like this type of thing, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up, giving it a like. And if you want to see more, there's an icon down below you can click if you want to subscribe. And there's also a little bell notification that you can click if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. Now, shout out to Creator Set for those little notifications that you've seen on screen. They sorted me out with some the notifications. Link to their website in the video description down below. Anyway, let's get on with the video. So AMS2, if you're not familiar with it, we're just going to have a little look now at what you get when you sign in. So there's not many options on the front screen, which to be honest I'm a fan of. It keeps things nice and simple. What you need is there. So test day, there's obviously your practice, single race if you wanted to set up a single race, championship, multiplayer, which we'll talk about, and time trial. I've not clicked that yet. Options wise, I'll show you my graphics settings for now. So that's the resolution we're running, 7812 by 1440. Pretty much everything's on high. I found these menus are a bit funky, by the way. I don't know why, but they don't seem to work very well. Not really a fan of those, but everything's pretty much on high. What else have we set? So visual effects, they're all on as much as I possibly can. Camera, this is where you change your field of view for your camera. Also, the triple screen setup was actually quite easy. Measure your screen's width and height. What I did realise, or what I did notice, sorry, on the left screen here, this bezel width right, I've tried to change it to 7 mil for each side, which is about what my screens are. Whenever I change it, that goes back to 1.0. I don't know why. It doesn't do it on the other side, but it does it on there for some bizarre reason. Anyway, but that's a really easy way to set up your triples. Angle is another thing I want to mention. People talk about angles with monitors and you have them at 45, 50, 60 degrees. Mine are set to around about 58 degrees, but the angle here is 30. So the angle measured for AMS2 is the obtuse angle, which is the angle of your front screen and your other screen off the side of it. Other sims measure the acute angle on the back side of your monitor arms at the back. So that's one thing to be mindful of there, but it didn't really take much figuring out. So the main reason why I'm having a look at AMS2 now, I have spent a little bit of time on it. I've spent, well, not a bit of time, maybe 6-7 hours on it according to Steam. But one of the reasons why we're back now is because the GT3s have been added. I think the GT4s as well, actually. So you get 3 GT4s, you get McLaren, you get the Camaro, and you get the Porsche Cayman. GT3, you get the McLaren, the Porsche 911, and the Mercedes AMG. But what I also noticed now as well is the Mini. I didn't see that before. But the last time I looked at AMS2, I looked at cars such as this and this. That kind of put me off, really. And there's trucks, I think, on it as well. What's that one? The old German classics there. Was the trucks? I'm sure there's trucks on here somewhere. Let me try and find it. Are there trucks? I'm sure there are trucks somewhere. There we go. Corporate trucks. I've never tried those yet. But yeah, so the main reason is we're going to have a look at the GT3s and see how it compares to the likes of iRacing and ACC. So we're obviously going to choose the Porsche. That's my favourite GT3. And we've got the Porsche rim. So let's configure a race and get out there. So we've set up a GT3 race here at Bathurst. We're in the Porsche 9:11. It's 3 laps. Start time is 3 p.m. I've set the time progression to 15x. I've selected 4 weather cycles, so we've got clear, cloudy, light rain and rain. I don't know whether we'll get all those 4 weather cycles in 3 laps. There's 32 cars on grid. Graphic settings are high. In the top right, I've got MSI Afterburner on there, so you can keep an eye on the frames per second. Obviously, we're running triple 1440. So it should be good fun, this one. I've never driven Bathurst on AMS2, so this is going to be a new experience. But let's get out there. So standing start. And I've stalled it. That's alright then, that's fine. Right, so on the start line, first lap, 110 frames per second. That's not too bad. No doubt that'll dip a bit if the weather comes in. Oh! Carnage. So I've set the opponent's skill level to 103%. I don't know if that's high or low or what, you can go higher than that. Oh, the blimey. I've set the opponent aggressiveness to 70. That looks pretty high. They're all a bit scrappy. I'm not frightened to go too wide. Can I get through the side there? Oh, sorry, Mr. McLaren. Is that Porsche still on my right? No, he's gone. Come on, bud, I'm coming through. No, I'm not. The force feedback actually feels quite good. You can feel the front suspension load up when you're going into the dips. Like there, you can feel it load up a little bit. The Porsche feels a bit bouncy though for some reason, I don't know why. The front end, I don't know if that's a real characteristic of the Porsche. So frames, still over 100 frames, that's not bad on triple 1440s, with the graphic settings quite high, and as you can see, it does look quite pretty. Where I need to brake here. Brake early just in case. Oh, it's kicking off. It's coming over. Can't go anywhere here. You bloody bugger. Right, 1 lap down. No change in the weather yet. Seem to slide too much though, you know, under power. I couldn't see a setting for the traction control if you can adjust it. There is one for brake bias, but I couldn't find one for TC, so if there is, let me know. But I couldn't see one. We're having a good scrap. Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm not keen on the sound. Feels like it needs to be a bit more throaty, it needs to be a bit more bass there somewhere in the engine tone. But I've turned the tyre noise down a bit, that was a bit too high. All you could hear was screeching tyres, and I'm sure in a race car you can't really hear that. Oh, is the rain? The wipers on. Let's put his rain light on. Gonna get him done. Oh, is he still there? No, we've got him done, we've got him done. So going to the last lap. So I don't think we're going to have a full weather cycle. Back to dry. Nobody's gone in. Change tyres. Oh, there's a bit more rain on the ground now. So the frames have dropped around about 80. That's still not bad though with rain. Can't see a bloody thing. I'm going to get him done though. Oh, there's no grip. Oh, there was no grip at the front there. Oh, come on boys. Oh, it's like driving on ice. Still not sliding that much though from the rear and the power. Frames, 70s. Come on, I'm coming through, come through, give us room, give us room. Oh! Oh! Can't see. Oh, bit of door banging. That's all right. Why are they going so slow? No, because it's throwing it down and we're going down the mountain at Bathurst. That's probably why. Moving about a bit there. So still plus 80 plus frames per second, that's good. Can't see a chuffing thing. What we're going to do here though. Oh! Feeling a bit hot there, but it's, oh, sorry. Standing water there, kind of on the braking zone. Made things a little bit interesting. Well done with first gear, Dave. Can I sneak this? Cool down lap active. What's that mean then? Just drive back down the pits. We'll do that and see if it finds up. Can we overtake though? What happens if you turn the wipers off? You can still see. Just. Let's see if it dries up any. It looks a bit brighter though, you can see the sun coming through there. Can't see though. Oh my god. Oh my word. I'm still racing here boys, sorry. I just want to see if the you can see there's a definite change in how bright it is. Oh, look at that. I just meant there's a bit of a break there in the spray. That was nice. Can I go straight down here? I just want to see what it looks like when there's no spray. Hopefully the track will still be wet on the back straight. Hopefully. hopefully I can maybe get by these guys. Sorry. Can I get by? Yes. Oh, that's better. Come through. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Track looks wet. Graphically, I must say, it looks really, really good. Big puddle there. No grip. No grip, no grip. Loads of grip though. Not really sliding round under acceleration. Like, I've driven the supercar on AMS2 and that does move around and slide, where this doesn't really seem to. And I don't like this either, this automated pit thing. I'm not a fan. But that was good. Really enjoyed that. So what we're going to try now is an online race and see what's on there. I've not clicked this one yet today. It's early morning here in the UK. We'll say early morning, 9:30. So I don't know how many people there are going to be on. So I'm used to iRacing where you jump on anytime, 24/7, and you can get a race. So let's have a look, see what's in here. Just waiting for it to load up. Let's have a look. So, lot of races there, but let's have a look. So, that's it. Those there, they're the only ones with people in the service. So there's one there, GT3 race at Bathurst. Races ongoing, 5 cars. Then there's a GT4 race at the Nürburgring, 4 cars. GT4, 3 cars. V8s, 3 cars. Not good, not good. Somehow they need to kind of push the online side of things. And there's no way of seeing when the race is going to be from this screen here. So qualifying 10 minutes, race 10 minutes. It doesn't tell you how far into the race they are, so I've no idea if that's worth joining. It's not a great interface for online anyway. So they need to improve that somehow. But for me, online on Automobilisa 2 doesn't really exist really. Unless, of course, you've got a community or a group of people where you can all arrange to meet. It'll work there. But just jumping in on a whim, nothing really there that grabs my attention, to be honest. Shame. So, Automobilisa 2, what do I think? And it's got some really, really strong plus points and some negative points as well. So, we'll talk about the plus points first of all. Obviously, number one, it looks beautiful. It's on the engine that Project Cars 2 were on, so it does look stunning. As we've seen there, the rain effects, awesome. It's got changeable weather, like transitions from daylight to nighttime and so forth and back. Great stuff. Car selection, loads and loads of cars to choose from, but there's loads and loads of cars that I wouldn't even entertain. I might try and set up some multiplayer races with some of the cars, see how much fun they are. So car selection, plus point. Track selection, plus point. Lots and lots of tracks. Some official tracks, some tracks that I presume are made up. But there's loads and loads of tracks to choose from. Handling wise, in the GT3 there, even in the wet, stamping on the throttle didn't really give me any cause for concern. I didn't feel like the car was going to step out and lose control. It felt good on the rain though. There was a definite feeling of loss of traction through the wheel. Understeer more than anything else. The puddles and the standing water, you could definitely feel those through the force feedback. You can feel when the car's loading up. You can feel when it's getting light. Handling wise, feels alright. I don't know if it's realistic. On the edge, you can push a bit more and it slides and you can catch it. I suppose that's what it's all about really. It's supposed to be a fun simulator, but I don't think it's a true simulator, but it is good fun. Sounds, engine sounds and stuff, not a fan. I don't like any of them really. I've tried a couple of cars. I don't like any of the engine sounds. I think they sound weird. I don't think they sound throaty enough. Ambient sounds and stuff like that are really good. I like those. So, what do I think? Am I going to play it again? I probably will play it again, to be honest. Single player, I'm not really a single player kind of guy. Like racing against the AI there for 3 laps, that's plenty for me. I'm not really interested in doing a championship against the AI. My interest is racing against other human beings, and that's when you see the best and worst in people, isn't it? So I think that's where my interest is. And at the moment, AMS2 doesn't quite cut it for me. Unless I can arrange some community races on AMS2, that might be good fun. So graphics, amazing. Handling, still good fun though. Online, terrible. Track selection, good. Car selection, good. Should you get it? I think it's worth purchasing, definitely. I never tried Automobilisa 1, so I don't know what that was like. So this is like a brand new game as far as I'm concerned. I've got nothing to compare it to other than the other simulators that I've tried. Good strong points, but the big negative is the one that's kind of a deal breaker for me, and that's the online or lack of. Anyway, that's my thoughts on AMS2. We'll try other simulators in the next few days and we'll see what we think of those ones. So thank you for watching. See you later. Cheers.